at all, you know. You know, it's I love Bear Coley, and funny enough about the stuff that went down with Steve Smith. I love Smitty. It's a pity what took place there, but I've got a lot of respect for that individual, and I would say to people as well too that okay, boys will be boys, and let them pay the price for being boyish, and let's move on.
Yeah, well said. Very, very well said. 4 off the last ball of the over as well for Sarah Pereira. 4 gone, 16 for 4. He's got short of a length. Just give himself some room, Sarah Pereira. He's got big boy power.
I know that folks sometimes say about you should never ever say never. It's going to take it's going to take something very special for the rest of the world to come back here tonight. And if I was going to have a little flutter or two, who you guys would think you would put my money on?
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't play you in golf for money, and I'm not going to take you on tonight either. Especially not in Antigua.
And when that's one home course, it may not be the best course in the world, but I do know my way around that place.
You do know your way around it. Don't worry about that. Balls miraculously coming out of trees.
Every now and again, you have guys in strategic positions, making sure that if you do hit it in the wrong place, that it comes back.
Hey! Well, Viv, I know you've come here to enjoy the night, support the cause as well, but a massive thank you to you for joining us here in the Sky Pod this evening, and enjoy the rest of the night, and I'm sure that everybody's grateful to see you here as well as support the cause. So thanks.
Well, I can only say this as well, too. I just love the work you guys are doing. You know, there are folks, you know, who
talk about not losing wickets early, well, and trying to get as many as you can. Well, the ICC World 11 have done it all wrong at the moment. Billings gone, Malik 2 not out, Tammy Iqbal, he went early as well. Pereira and Malik have it all to do. Badri 2 for 4. Andre Russell's bowling real pace as well. Electric to watch.
They were good with the bat. 199, and what we all thought was a slightly sticky surface that got a fair amount of water into it after the test match, which only lasted 3.5 days. Sorry, England. And Williams into the attack. You would have seen it. You would have seen the notebook.
Is this the fella?
Yeah,
the one who signs you out when you're out?
This is the notebook, man. You just want him. You want him to get a wicket.
See, that's because you're a bowler. He gives people a send-off, doesn't he? In the CPL, he gives you a send-off when he gets you out, and he signs you signs you off into his imaginary book. And then there was a batsman who he got out in one of the first games, and then he smashed him in the next game. Don't think it was Evan Lewis. He then took him to the cleaners and smashed him everywhere. And every time he smashed him, he signed his bat, every boundary.
I think it was Chadwick Walton. Chadwick Walton.
It's on YouTube. I've seen the footage of it. You can just see him he smashes him for like 70 runs.
And in the end, the funny thing that Chadwick Walton actually did, he'd run out of room, according to his imaginary book, he'd run out of room on the front of his bat, turned his bat over and started signing the back of his bat as well.
Want to see him do it. You are right. Want to see if he's going to do it. He's got the front to do it in this game.
Well, timing. Lovely timing off the back foot from Shoaib Malik.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Just all the time in the world, onto the back foot, punches it through the field, who is up because they're doing so well. And the sweeper's out. Well, just places that. Everyone up in the circle on the offside, just third man back.
course, Shoaib Malik's wife will possibly be at Wimbledon in a few weeks' time. I guess that starts. It's she was the world's #1 ranked doubles player not so long ago, Sania Mirza.
Making me dive into my tennis knowledge, which is very poor. I remember McEnroe. And
You told me you were under 11 Kent champion.
I was, it's true. Lost to a bloke called Mike Wadder, who's a hacker, just used to get it back all the time, and I'd made lots of mistakes.
Go for the glory shot.
I think I was a tears. Used to go for the big forehand, couldn't hit a backhand, so it's to slice backhand all the time.
Cut powerfully for 4.
Funny sort of move, just hangs leg side, and it's just a fraction wide. It's short, sits up. Just watch how he sets up, just creates the room himself. It's a back foot, just in his setup. It just looks like he's set up for this shot. No matter, you can't bowl there. It's not the fielder's fault.
Just moving away down the slope, holding its line perhaps.
That would have felt like it had gone a long way, because the angle that he's bowling round the wicket comes on. You think that's going to go to about middle and leg. That has gone a long way. That is a brilliant bit of bowling. Just far too good, really. Not many are going to hit that.
Fletcher. About the Windies as well, they always seem to have an abundance of wicket keepers who bat and bat very well. Andre Fletcher's a genuine wicket keeper as well.
I tell you what, they have a lot of power as well, don't they? Sometimes you watch the IPL, there's a few teams that have a number 6 or 7 that might be able to clear the road for them. And then they run into the bowlers. Not so much the Windies. They have so much power.
Look at that. Hey, that's what 100 test matches earns you. Bat, don't field. I'll be fine, thanks, says Chris Gale. 6 overs have been bowled. 30 for 4.
Yeah, living the dream, Chris Gale. Has a bat, doesn't bother fielding. That's what we all want to do. Power play. Well, it was all the Windies. That is an excellent catch from Evan Lewis off Andre Russell. Their battery actually could have had Ronke. The very first ball that he bowled wasn't to be. Then he got it the second time in the LBW. Then he did go to the pace. Simple catch. Sam Billings done for pace as well by Andre Russell. Can do nothing but just a simple catch to Brathwaite. Then we had a little bit back from the World 11, the ICC World 11. Malik and Pereira have it all to do.
Two umpires out. Rob Bailey, Alex Wharf.
Where's Rigsby now? Heard much from Rigsby in the last 6 or 7. Oh, there he is on the end of the boundary.
He's almost at long stop. Isn't he? Just put your hand up. Are you at long stop or are you at really fine leg? Nas?
Just saw him there in your picture.
He wants to be about 10 or 12 paces back, doesn't he? Sitting down. 3 belongs. Flash jacket on. Sitting on his own.
Nas, who's been quicker, Tamal Mills or Andre Russell from where you've been standing?
Easily Tamal Mills, Rob, by far. I mean, it's really disappointing he got injured, to be honest. I'm surprised that he's not been picked up worldwide and his T20 form has, you know, diminished because he bowls serious wheels and it was a proper change-up in pace as well. Maybe people have just got used to him, and even just noticeably in that third over, they started teeing off against him, but I've not seen anything as quick as that. And the left arm angle, you know, I've not seen anything as quick as that for a long, long time.
Nas, I think at the right franchise, you've got to look at these guys that bowl with genuine gas. They've got to go to the right franchises, don't they, where there's pace in the pitches as well. The slow-natured surfaces don't suit them.
Yeah, and also I guess, Dooley, about injuries as well. If you sign up someone for and he has to be fully fit to bowl the pace he does.
We'd all get fit for $1 million, though. I've heard that Tamal Mills will not bat. So, have got, not allowed to use cover, it's full 2020 international, so he's not going to bat, only need to get 9 wickets. Skip a shade of Freedy.
They asked Nasser, he's been out. Get Nasser to bat.
I'll pay money to see that, actually, and I'll take his mic, and then as we see a boundary 4, I think, I'd take Nasser's mic and I'd go and say to Andre Russell, Nass, thought you weren't bowling very quick.
What Pereira's done, he didn't move at all there. It's like that whole game, that test match cricket game, they used to just someone bowl and just stand dead still and you press a button and then the bat would just move. Whether he's struggling or move his feet at all.
Oh, he sets for that, doesn't he? Just short of the boundary, so picks up back-to-back fours to finish the 7th over. 41 for 4. Pereira in the last over. 41 for 4, time for a change in the pod, Mel Jones. Ian Ward.
Thank you, Simon Dorr. We've had a bit of a change of momentum. Not much, but this partnership of 33 from just 23 has at least stopped the rock. Sarah Pereira has managed to just counter-punch a little bit. Is it 5-4s? Now the captain is going to have a go. Carlos Brathwaite from the pavilion end. Oh, smack. Stand next to him. I'm not the tallest, but just keep looking up. Comes at you from an enormous height. Might bowl well on this as well if he just sits in the pitch.
Yeah, really interested to see what he gets out of this pitch. He arrived with the Hobart Hurricanes 4 seasons ago, and he got to Hobart so quickly that his kit wasn't with him. Hayley Matthews, another West Indian player of the women's team, was playing for the Hobart Hurricanes as well. She gave him her kit to play with.
Seriously?
True. It looked like a little rounder's bat in his hand.
Makes his own bat, well, he does. He's got a pod shaver in Barbados that makes his own tried bat. Has he borrowed Haley's trousers in this one? Because they're not really matching his ankles and his shoes.
Look, they do get on very well together. I'm pretty sure that he will be at the West Indies and around all the islands for the Women's World Cup coming up this November, supporting the West Indies women's team as they try and defend their title.
No DRS available in this game, so Shoaib Malik. LBW Brathwaite, 12.45 for 5. That's...
Yeah, just news of the next batsman actually. Shahid Afridi's coming out, but he's coming out with a partner. I think it's Sam Billings. Shahid had this knee injury about a month ago. He rang Mike Selby, who's managing the rest of the world side, saying he's absolutely desperate to play. His 4 overs and 20 overs in the field have taken its toll. And he's cleared it because this is an official ICC game. They are not allowed runners, but he has cleared it. They have cleared it with the opposition. And obviously in a game like this, the West Indies side have said absolutely fine. Sam Billings can be your runner. I don't think Shahid has much intentions of running much anyway.
And that says a lot about the man too, isn't it? That he wanted to play in this game. He's played at this ground so many times in big matches for Pakistan. He could have easily said, no, injured, can't do it. But he wanted to be here. He is here.
It says a lot about how many times runners are used now, because that was carnage when they went up there. The umpires were working out where the non-striker had to go. Players didn't know. Breedy's first ball. Been nicely behind it. How's Boom Boom going to play here? He's got an absolute whippet running for him. So Sarah Pereira needs to watch out.
I think he's going to play as his nickname suggests.
Malik LBW wasn't sliding down. Was there any edge involved? Hawkeye saying it was umpire's call on height. Freedy's away, waving his arms around. Oh, there's a run out here, surely. We've got the man out there to commentate on run-outs, though. Hussein's lurking. You be right in this, Nas.
I can hear you, Ward. The umpire has just said, can you help me with the run-outs, because it's absolute chaos up here. I tell you, Afridi nearly went for a run there. The three of them now are having a chat. I'll probably stay out of it as far as having a chat with running between the wickets.
I think they forgot what to do.
I think we could tell that from all the goose steps that was going on between the single and the 3 rest of the world players out the middle.
They did remove some cricket when they decided against runners. There's always a comedy run out somewhere along the lines. 3 blokes at one end, 2 blokes at one end, 1 bloke at square leg. Who does the calling?
All looking at each other as if to say, what are you doing here?
You ever batted with a runner? Do you remember it?
I do. Had a one-day international against New Zealand. Standing at square leg is Alex Blackwell. That was my runner. And we walked off together, not talking too much at all.
Comedy run out next. Oh, he's a long way across. Flip leg side. Oh, and it's just gone over the head. Badri looks as if it was just going to fall in his lap.
Well, heart in mouth on a number of occasions here for all Shahid Afridi fans. Went across his crease to begin with. He needed to make contact because he could have been in strife. If not, whipped it off stump. Got a good bit of it, and then he looked up and went, Badri. No, it's okay. Cleared him. All good.
I'm not sure who was calling there. Reedy's now wondering where he's got to go to. Rob Bailey says, come here, mate. You're over with me. So Sam Billings will go to the non-striker's end.
Well, required run rate now edging up to 13 and over. Shahid Afridi will be like, it's okay. We've got that under control. We've got batting firepower to come. Pereira has got to start 22 from 15. It'll be something that I want to just keep in check here the rest of the world.
Problem is, of course, the wickets column 51 for 5, effectively 6, because 2 Mile Mills isn't going to bat. Good Yorker. Pereira looking just to give himself a wee bit of room and take it through the offside.
That is why this partnership is so key. Yes, you've got a man on one leg basically at the moment, but like his bowling, injured, still put the ball in good areas, asked a lot of questions.
outside edge. Williams is going to cut that off at third man. It's all or nothing again from Shahid Afridi. He wanders over to square leg.
He's not going to die wondering, that is for sure.
When does he ever?
I think that's why everyone's just thoroughly enjoyed watching him play over his international career. Plays with so much passion, exceptionally skillful play with bat and ball. Speaking of skillful,
54 for 5. It looks to me they've sorted out their man, Savidovic, talking to young Rashid Khan and Stuart Law, the coach. You two were like giggling schoolgirls when Viv Richards came through into this commentary. Well, Gua, phone straight out the modern way, not a an autograph or a pat on the back. All selfie, selfie, selfie. Post on social media within 15 seconds. Goodness gracious me.
he just has an aura about him, doesn't it? It doesn't matter if he's chatting to players or to commentators. My mum is not a sports person whatsoever. I don't even know how I got involved in sport, but all of a sudden she'd bring me along to games, and then she'd be coming along to a few more games at the MCG. And I think he was the reason why.
We love this place as a player for Somerset. I always used to say to the dressing room down in Taunton, get me back to Lords, take me to Lords. Just going to be the one. There's a thing in, it was Wisdom. It was a Wisdom magazine the other day. They're talking about some of the great overseas players that have played county cricket. And of course, Sir Vivian played. He was there for the summer and many summers. So now you rattle off the names. Just down there, Joel Garner, Sir Vivian Richards, with Courtney Walsh and Imran Khan, Waqar Yunus and Wazim Akram and Malcolm Marshall. It goes on. Cross to the offside and working leg side again is Afridi.
Typical Surrey fans were hoping that Virat Kohli was going to come out this summer as well and play a little bit of red ball cricket.
Yeah, that's been scuppered, I think. He's going to play championship cricket at Guildford, which is my neck of the woods, which with the smallest first-class boundaries and the flattest pitch. I mean, who on earth would bowl at Virat Kohli there? And then at Scarborough, which is about the same. It's a shame he didn't come, but it's really great that he wanted to come and he was thinking of coming and there was a plan in place to come. It shows that the Indian captain wants to get ready for the test matches.
Yeah, his approach to leading this new Indian generation, you could say, has been outstanding. I think it started with the whole fitness campaign. He wanted the Indian team to be the fittest team going around. I think we can certainly see the benefits of that. And then preparation, and whether it's diet, nutrition, whether it's about getting yourself to different countries and playing in different conditions.
I was reading something in one of the papers from Chris Wokes, and he was talking about Virat's preparation for an IPL game, and it involves quite a strenuous power weights on it.
Yeah, without a doubt, but it's horses for courses at the same point in time. AB de Villiers, he'll hit maybe 5-6 balls and go, yep, I'm right. Virat Kohli will be in nets for hours.
Well, it's gone high, but it sounded high on the bat, but he's got enough of it. Oh, that hit was stanchion hard. Look out in the crowd. First 6 of the run chase.
Almost halfway through these 20 overs, and the first 6 has come up. And it's off the blade of Pereira. What more damage can he do? A couple of big overs. Can they get a sniff?
scream of no. And Billings gets back 63 for 5, 10 gone.
Estrella Damm presents La Vida Nuestra.
Do you know the only thing you can do when the anchors...
On in the run chase, 63 for 5. That's a big task to play for World 11. It's been a great event here at the home of cricket. Floodlights blaring, the rain has stayed away. And if you want to help donate to Hurricane Relief, you can go to the website. That will show you how, skysports.tv/hurricane.
Fantastic day. We were there during the CP. And just being within the region, you saw the devastation from afar, but just the effect it has on people as well. Not just you've been taken from the island to another island, but just the way in which the community rallies around people. And they're certainly rallying right here today. Wonderful opportunity to give back to what West Indian cricket has given to all of us, right, throughout our careers.
It's amazing how the community comes together, and I obviously lived through a hurricane, but I certainly arrived in Chennai a couple of years ago ahead of the test match after a big cyclone had gone through, and we'd heard all about the devastation. There was no electricity, yada, yada, yada. We got there like a day and a half afterwards, and you could see coming into land, there's water everywhere. But the industry of the people, just the chainsaws everywhere on the back of tuk-tuks and motorbikes, and they were clearing streets and getting everything sorted. It was amazing to watch.
Is that 2004?
No, 16.
No.
It was the last tour of England.
We were there 2004 when the tsunami hit in Chennai, and same thing again.
Wow.
Played a one-day international 2 days later.
Oh, hit that. He's hit that. That sounded beautiful off the blade into the crowd.
Catching practice on offer here for the crowd at Lords. Pereira, he's now hitting second six, just the second six for the rest of the world innings so far. You've set yourself, young man. Everything looked good.
Everything looked good until it nearly hit him in the chops. Straight through his hands.
Hit them a bit harder here than under 16s.
Gone again. Boy, he knows he's got this. He stands and admires it. There's no long off anyway. 2 wonderful hits from Visara Pereira.
Hello. What have we got here then? Visara Pereira saying, okay, we want to keep this manageable. Back-to-back sixes. He moves to 43 from 25.
He certainly put the pressure on Kesrick Williams. He's having a chat with his captain. There's a change of field. Captain goes down to long off, third man in the circle. Why the batsman out so deep in the crease? Just get into that power position. And they're just not overhitting it. No one has thrashed at a ball really tonight that's gone for 6. It's just clean hitting from a balanced position.
You probably hear that phrase, loading up, and they do it. The timing still has to be right. You don't want to get there too, but just right. So once you've set yourself, you can then just transfer that weight through, get a good piece of it, and you're picking up big boundaries.
Well bowled, Freedy edging leg side and saw him.
And that's probably a perfect example there, Shade of Freedy. Probably just going a fraction too early. Kesrick Williams picking up that cue, but in his approach to the wicket and having ample time to adjust and put the full wide one in. He's probably gone a little bit early because of the injury too. Needs a fraction more time just to settle himself.
Given as wide.
Yeah, close call. Keswick Williams is thinking as well. Right idea though, once again, Afridi moving to leg. Look how early he was there. A little cutter. Just outside the guy.
Cool, just. And again, and another one. And Williams is not impressed with the decision. It's very tight. It is right out there, and Afridi's backing away.
And that's exactly what Keswick Williams is saying at the moment. He's like, hang on a minute. Afridi's moving to leg. It's almost identical to the delivery before. What's he going to do now?
Afridi's going to go across to offside and try and flip him. Oh, now the problems with a runner. Good thing is, Billings is like a whippet. 80 for 5.
Yeah, the issue here was that Trey's Afridi's hand movement in terms of saying come through for the single also probably looked a little bit like a stop sign and saying no, don't run.
He really shouldn't be calling. It should be Billings and Pereira sorting out. But you know what Shai's like? He's got to get involved.
That was a running man. Oh, is there a problem with the running?
No. It's just I'm in the firing line there at square leg, aren't I? So
Is there a language problem? Pakistan, Sri Lankan, and a posh Englishman?
Not at all. Not at all.
Who's doing the calling?
Tassara. He's bigger than me as well, so I listen to.
Go well.
Pakistani, a Sri Lankan, a posh Englishman, and an oik from Chelmsford in the conversation. Ray Russell has bowled a couple of brisk overs already. 9 dots, 2 wickets, 13 runs conceded.
Fantastic having back in international cricket. 2015, we just took the IPL apart, player of the series, followed that form up in the Big Bash. One of the most sought-after T20 cricketers going around.
See why, can't he? My goodness. So what he's got is he's got a short, fine leg, a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, long off, long on, and a man on the point boundary. Is he going to go short to the Afridi? No, full and gets driven down the ground. It won't carry. Didn't get hold of it. The boom, boom. That's...
Yeah, Wardy, you've picked up on something with Tassara Pereira. He is definitely way back in the crease, whereas Shahid Afridi is giving himself room leg side and offside, mainly leg side. Tassara Pereira, I'll try and show you with the camera here from square leg, especially against Andre Russell. He sits way back in the crease, almost like he's on the back foot, and that's why anything sort of off stump, he flays through that offside. He starts there, and then he's mainly look at him go all the way back, right in front of his stumps, and then he just tees off from that position. So what that means is a full delivery becomes a length ball. I'll try and show you that again. He gets into his position as the bowler is at the top of his run. Have a look at that again. He starts in a pretty orthodox position. Long way back. And that's nothing to do with the pace of Andre Russell. It is just making a full delivery into length ball. He's back again, way in his crease, length. And then, good bowling from Russell. He's gone full. But it's still gone for 4. Excellent batting.
50 for Pereira. And he's brought it up with a beautiful extra cover drive. A slower ball from Andre Russell, which he picked, as Natsu has described him, deep in his crease. Waited. A whirly arm from Andre Russell, the off cutter, and he shredded it through the offside. Lovely shot.
Yeah, great cricket all round. A different style of action there from Andre Russell, trying to put Pereira off. He wasn't concerned about that. Focus on the ball, placement perfect.
Bounced him. And he's got a big bat and he's a strong man, and it's flown off the thick edge down a fine leg, and that's given Dre Russ something to think about. He's gone for 11 in this over, 91 for 5.
I don't think he was happy to get driven through the offside for 4 off a good delivery. A little bit of aggression now from the pace bowler, and he's got back-to-back boundaries now to deal with. And a player in Pereira who is on the charge.
Bold. Right on the money with the Yorker.
And still not a bad result there for the rest of the world as well. It's the 5th delivery of the over. Pereira finds himself up the other end, so he's afraid he's got one to deal with. If he can get a boundary off this, then Pereira's going to be facing up for the first ball of the next.
Okay, so the field changes for Afridi. Only one man on the boundary on the leg side. So 2 men now. There's a change. So we've got a long on, deep mid wicket. Oh, I've missed that man. He was signing autographs for the kids. So I thought it was an odd field. But there are 3 protecting the boundary on the leg side. .92 for 5. .54 Bisara Pereira. He's at 7 4s and 3 6s. He was nicely balanced at the crease, and he's a powerful striker. They tried to bowl length, and he's flashed it through the offside. They tried some short stuff, and he's managed to deal with that. Even when Andre Russell produced a really nice slower ball that was almost in the block hole, he managed to thread that through the offside. An innings that the World 11 desperately needed. It may not get across the line, but it's starting to give the run chase some degree of respectability.
Yeah, started with boundaries and 4s, and then once he got to his groove, started to go over the rope. That's the man. Pereira 55 from 30 deliveries. It is pretty much all down to him. Yes, he has Shade Afridi up the other end, an injured captain. Sam Billings also out in the middle as a runner. Before you say anything, but special dispensation from the ICC to have a runner this evening. We've seen his last bowling spell and his who have finished injured out in the middle. But an opportunity for this wonderful crowd here to say, oh, goodbye and thank you as well.
It's a wonderful reception. He waved on the way off from fielding. He's done the same after being dismissed for 11. Thank you, Shahid Afridi.
And that was a beautiful shot there too, because it's not just fans of Pakistan that are standing and applauding, it's fans from all around the world. He's taken many opposition attacks apart, got a lot of wickets against opposition, but at the end of the day, you have to appreciate the skill of that man.
First steps he takes out of bed tomorrow morning. I wonder how awkward they're going to be. Afridi goes. Rashid Khan is the new batsman. 30 matches in his career. Decent strike rate.
Very handy with the bat.
Yes.
See a replay here of the end of trade of Freedy, just didn't get enough of it. It was the full toss on leg. The amount of times in his career he has put that, dispatched it rows and rows back.
That 60 hit, where was it? Johannesburg. It went onto the golf course. It's gracious me. Bolt, full keeping it full to Pereira.
Knowing him, it probably rolled across the green and into the hole as well. Wonderful knock for the Sunrisers in this IPL to get them into the final when they were really struggling. He got wickets, runs, catches, run-outs, he did it all, but it was a cameo knock. He'll move around the crease a little bit, opens up different areas of the ground. He loves the challenge.
Oh, might be some overthrows. Buzzers.
There'll be these kinds of opportunities for the West Indies. Oh, did they get the back down time?
Another news, Hussain has just walked from his position on the field, which has taken months to set up, and he's demanded a copy. He's just down tools.
He always is hard to work with.
Oh, what do you reckon?
To be fair, he has had the harder task today. We've just been standing around in the pod.
Yeah, but don't tell.
Okay. Got things under control at the moment, the Windies. Look how relaxed he looks. What is he, a white and one kind of gun, extra shot?
He's anything as long as someone else pays for it or makes it. Just. Launch that one back down the ground. 97 for 6. The rest of the world won the toss and they decided to bowl, and these batsmen cashed in. Evan Lewis at the top of the order was excellent, making 58. With 5 sixes, Brandon made 44 unbeaten. Marlon Samuels played well, and Andre Russell hit 2 enormous sixes back into the pavilion. Rashid Khan 2 for 48. One stage, though, 8 for 4 in the run chase. Sara Pereira has rather rescued it with 58 not out. So I'm not sure he's going to be able to get him across the line, but he's got them into a position where they haven't been humiliated.
It's been impressive, hasn't it? Yeah. 8 for 4. Got to get it the right way now that I'm over here in England, not 4 for 8. Now 97 for 6. As Brathwaite turns to Ashley Nurse. 9 matches to his name. 3 wickets. And you think another chance to pick up a few more here as well. Oh, because they need.
Just sorting out the offside field. It's a change of personnel. Same fielding positions. There's an extra cover and a short third man. And it's going to be a different fielder. Dragged down, flipped away, straight to the man. Oh, puts it down. Fletcher out in the deep, couldn't hold on.
Off the bat, I think Andre Fletcher just misjudged things a little bit here. Just took him a while to get himself forward. He was just hanging back, trying to figure out the length of the delivery, and that's why at the end he had to put in a dive. And as soon as you're doing that, your hands are going at the ball. Hard to have soft hands, give with the ball when that's happening. So an opportunity for Nurse to pick up another wicket. Goes begging.
Another short delivery. This time Pereira's whacked it straight past extra cover. Evan Lewis sticks out the size 10 and stops the boundary. The problem sometimes people out in the deep now, like Fletcher had with that catch, a terrible delivery. You expect these guys to hit it so hard and hit it for 6, and when someone doesn't hit it well, it sort of becomes a bit of a surprise, and you have to adjust where you are. You're expecting it to be coming at you at such a rate of knots. Straight at extra. T20 international best for Pereira. The 60 not out from 35, Richard tells me. Well bowled. Nearly got through.
Yeah, it's not a bad delivery if you get it right to Pereira because of that want for him to sit back. If he can hit that crease line, this is what can happen. But if you get it slightly wrong, wow, it'd be the complete opposite. You'd be fetching it for that 20 rows back.
One to go in the 14th over. World 11 need 99 from just 37 deliveries. Economical 14th over, 101 for 6. Six overs to go, take you through the end of the game, Simon. Abdul? Ishigura. Got the Guz and the Duz mixed up there, Ish.
He does look a bit ghouly tonight. 99 from 36 deliveries then for the World 11. Not unthinkable in T20 cricket these days, especially with a batsman set. Zara Pereira's been brilliant. 61 from 36. It's going to be Williams back into the attack from the nursery end. And a change of angle coming around the wicket. Oh, that's gone high up in the air. Who's underneath it? What a catch! That is a absolute beauty from Kesrick Williams.
Oh, get the notebook out for that. Where is it, Kesrick? He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Brilliant catch. He turned and for a moment he thought, no one's going to get there. I've got to go myself. Took off and that is absolutely outstanding. Brings to an end a very good innings, a fine innings. Difficult catches those. Done so well, Kesrick Williams, to get there and then to grab onto it. Good innings from Tisara Pereira. 61, he's out for its 101%. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely outstanding, Kesrick Williams. Good athlete, made very good ground. Maybe that's the last of the hopes. I don't want to be too derogatory to Mitch McLennigan. Maybe that's the last hope for World 11.
I'm surprised to hear a Kiwi putting down a Kiwi. Mitch McLennigan, strike rate of just under 100.
Go on, talk that up. Go on, Ish, talk that up.
Well, he's been used as a pitch hitter in the IPL, hasn't he?
4.6, strike rate of 93. Talk it up.
Yeah, I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Brilliant from Williams, though. Back into the attack. Immediately gets a wicket. All-round performance from the West Indies 11. They've certainly entertained here at the home of cricket. been a good knock from Cesaro Pereira. Not able to get hold of that one. Excellent catch. Swirling around in the air. Fans are happy. They've enjoyed themselves this evening. It's right across. That's gone high as well. Has it gone all the way? Yes, it has. Rashid Khan with a maximum.
Yeah, it was only a week ago Rashid Khan hit 34 off 10 deliveries in the IPL. You know he's got some power. He rates himself with the backhand. Sets himself. Swings it away leg side. A little bit high, but more than enough on it.
That should be out. It is. It's given plumb in front of the stumps.
Good bowling. Good bowling from Kesrick Williams. He's picked up 2 in the over, and Rashid Khan was expecting another short one, but he's gone very full, wrapped him on the pads. Absolutely plumb in front.